So I have this really lengthy jeans. The problem is that if I go to a tailor or a seamstress, they would charge me more than the cost of this jeans. So how can I do mend it at home that is done quickly, is neat and looks good? So that's what I'm going to demo. So this is what I had done. This is the length of the initial jeans, and after cut it is looking like this. You can see the hem is intact. So the first thing which we have to do is to find the length which we have to cut, which I have already done. This is how much I need to cut this jeans. Okay, so let's see what I'll do. You can see it's a old jeans, but the fitting is so good that I don't want to throw it away. As you would have noticed that the complete length was still here, but I want to make the length of the jeans still here. So this would be the cut place. So it is half of the full length is where I have folded. Let's say you had 4 inch to be cut. This should be 2 inch is what I mean. Put the thread inside the needle. I've taken a long needle for 2 reasons. One is the hole to put the thread is easy for me, for my eyes. Second thing is it is better to operate in thick jeans. If you take a small needle, it will be so difficult to operate there. I take a big length so that at least 1 or 2 rotations of the whole cut I would be able to do. Pulling the needle and tying a knot here. I will tie this knot at least 5 times so that it has a kind of support, thick support. So not sure it can be seen on the camera, but I made a very thick knot here, and let's start with the work. The important thing to note is that I have aligned the hemline very properly, which means these lines are aligned. The front and the back of the hem is aligned. We have to stitch it as near as possible near the hemline, which means I'll try to stitch it at this place. Okay, always near this line is what, but it should not be touching that the hem. It should be down of that, but at the same time as near as possible. Okay, the second thing which I told was this should be aligned. The hem joint should be aligned. So let's start with the stitching process now. I'm trying to stitch it 2 times at the single go. You can do it one by one also if you need more neatness. And by mistake, don't stitch the back side. I'm stitching only till here, correct? That is understood, but just explaining, don't stitch the both sides. Only 2 folds are getting stitched here, not these 2 folds. The first time around, I try to make the joints very distant. Be careful, don't stitch your hands by mistake. I've done that with a stapler in the past. I basically stapled my fingers. That's what happens if you are too much into tools. So the thick stitching which was required one time is done. Now I'm going to tie the knot here. So I'm taking the previous end which was there, and I'll use that to tie a knot here. Now I'll grab a scissors, and what I'll do is I will cut this line. Whatever unnecessary part of the jeans is there, I'm gonna cut it and throw it away. So the waist part, the cut part, this is the cut part which is wasted. Now we can see the hem is intact. We can see the hem is intact, and this is how it looks right now. After the steam iron, it will look much better. Now what is required? The last step which is required is to stitch it one more time. So you have the line now. Now stitch it with the help of needle one more time and then iron it. Okay, and then you are done with shortening your jeans. The second stitch is very important because it gives us strength. The first one, as you had noticed, was far away. This would be not so far away. Thank you.